Well, good morning. This is your brother, your friend Brian, and it is another fantastic Friday. And I'm thanking God for all that He's done this week, and I hope He's blessed you truly this week. I pray that He's done something uh, that has rocked your world. I just thank Him because He is so good to us. For this is the day that the Lord has made, and I will rejoice and be glad in it. Now, today, what we're going to talk about today, let's talk about your impatience. Hmm? Oh, you the most patient person you know? I would stop telling that lie if I was you. See, we always think we have this characteristic. We're patient, we're loving, but that's based on us. So I'm going to ask you again, how impatient are you? Maybe you ought to ask somebody. Maybe you ought to step back and examine yourself very closely. Sometimes we don't realize how impatient we are. But when we step back and look at our reactions to certain situations, then you start to see that impatience is showing up. And truly, I am definitely impatient about certain things. I get more so impatient with as my children were growing up. I would get so impatient with them because I thought this ain't that hard. Why are you making it so difficult? Get it done. And in my mind, it wasn't that hard. But to a child, it might have been a little bit more difficult. And even still, if it wasn't, where was my patience and understanding that I was that age and understanding that I didn't always do the things how I was supposed to do it when I was supposed to do it. So we do have to step back, and we do have to remember that with patience, to obtain it, it requires long suffering. That means you have to suffer through while you're waiting for something to happen, and that causes you to be content until the resolution happens. Of course, we serve a right now God. Yes, He can make it happen right away, but in many cases, He doesn't. Now, He might resolve the issue right away, but we may not see the result of that right away. So, yes, God answers prayers, and so He can answer that prayer, yes or no, right now. But what you see as the result may take a minute because it's all working together for your good. It's all working together for you. And if we're impatient, we tend to move before we should move. We tend to speak before we should speak because of our impatience. So we have to learn how to incorporate patience into our day-to-day life, incorporate being content and taking things a little slower, not just being reactionary, for the betterment of our spiritual walk. That's what this is all about. All right. I love you, and you have to know that God loves you. And so this weekend, I want you to think about it. For the rest of this day, I want you to think about how patient am I? And what do I need to do in my life, in my space, to become more patient with others and with myself? All right? And if God says the same, I will see you on Friday. Peace.